Special occasion speech, Lila Gilly, audience member 1.5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I want to welcome everybody from Jennifer and Tony's family here today for uh, for joining us in this beautiful celebration. I want to start by saying thank you to Tony's family, his mom and dad, for bringing us all out here to Cabo for this beautiful wedding. Jen's mom, I love you. You and Jen have been a big part of my life. And Jennifer, this is one of the biggest things that we will ever share between the both of us, and I'm glad I am here. Each friend represents a world in us, and the world not born until they arrive, and only by meeting that a world is born, Nin said. Jennifer and I have known each other for almost 20 years. And now, although we didn't hit it off right from the beginning, we later found each other at a time where we needed each other the most. Most of us depend greatly on the company of true friends. It brings support, joy, and the occasional strife, as stated in Psychology Today. We have gone through so much together the past 2 decades, from the good, the bad, the ugly, but all unforgettable. Of course, the event that would start our friendship would be a Vegas trip. I remember sitting in the back seat of my 4Runner, talking all the way to Vegas and all the way home about high school, about our family, her dad, her mom, our past boyfriends, and how excited we were for just going to Vegas as young adults. And everything in between was full of laughs. After that Vegas trip, Jen and I were inseparable. We were both right around 21, and we started understanding the real meaning of going out, and we went out. Now, Jen and I have shared our men and boys throughout our years, more Jen than me. Come and gone now, but we both learned from all of them. We would talk about all of them and realize that we wanted what we wanted and what we were not going to mess around with. There was the guy that asked Jen to pluck his eyebrows for him. And Jen turned to me and stated, Lai really knows how to do that. She can do it. He obviously did not make the cut early on. There was the one guy that everybody didn't like except my husband, Russell. I can't recall if we didn't like him because he was a jerk or because he had partial dentures at age 26. Everybody hates a toothless jerk. Needless to say, he did not make the cut. There was that one guy that only had 2 outfits in his closet. One outfit consists of a beige carpenter pants and a black V-neck, and his other outfit, beige carpenter pants and a white V-neck. Off the list. The list goes on, but I won't bore you with it. They are just some of the few that would help Jen Lee to find her one true Stinky. For the few who are confused about the Stinky, feel free to approach the groom and bride. Later, Jen and I would end up working together at Veterans Park, where Jen and Tony first met. I remember when Tony's station started playing volleyball there. Tony wasn't the only one interested. Come to think of it, he wasn't the first one to ask Jen out. He wasn't the only one that noticed Jen, but Jen was the only one that noticed him. I remember she was worried about his height, because she was always used to dating basketball players. But after a few dates, his height didn't matter. Jen saw something in Tony that we didn't. Well, I didn't. So I was a little worried at first. Jen had gone through her heartaches, and I didn't want to see it happen again. Being a little overprotective, I always had my reservations about Tony. I remember having a conversation with Jen if she was sure about this one. And although I couldn't bring myself to believe in Tony, I believed Jen. She was so sure of him so early on, where I had no choice to believe in them. 7 years later, sitting here today and being part of this special day takes me back to that one conversation Jen and I had. Nothing has changed. Jen is the happiest I've ever seen her, living in a new country called Camarillo. Is that a country? Okay, or well, as I was saying, Jen and Tony today is exactly what I saw Jen envision Jen and Tony would be. And now, as I look at both of you, I can see something else. Something more than what I saw in Jen 7 years ago. Something stronger. So back to what Nin said in the beginning. She was right, but it doesn't have to be just a friend. I say Jen represents a world to Tony